Okay, this is Module 3. We're working on Lesson 12, subtracting fractions with unlike denominators without using pictures. So we're going to take our 1/3 and 1/5 and we're going to write it vertically. We're then going to list our denominators at the top and we're going to skip count by them. So we're going to 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. We'll do a little over here is 5, 10, 15, 20. We're going to stop. When I look at my list, I notice that 15 is on both of my lists. It's the smallest number that's on both lists. So I'm going to change my denominators to 15. I'm going to ask myself, in order to figure out the numerator, what did I do to this 3 to get to 15? And I multiplied it by 5. So I have to do the same up here, which will get me to 5. And then over here it's times 3. So this is times 3. So now I'm doing 5/15 minus 3/15, and I end up with 2/15. We're going to do another example. We have 3/5 minus 1/6. So we're going to make sure that what we are going to list out are multiples of 5 and 6, because those are our denominators. And I noticed that on both lists I have the 30, so I'm going to turn it into 30. And then ask myself, what did I do to each denominator to get to my new denominator? So in this case, it was times 6. So up here is times 6, and I have 18. Down here is times 5. Up here is times 5. So I have 5. And 18/30 minus 5/30 is 13/30. It's just like our addition, we're just doing subtraction now. Now we get to some mixed numbers, and the difference is, first I'm going to rewrite them vertical, which is the same that we have done. And here's where the difference is. We're going to turn it into an improper fraction first. So 4 times 1 is 4, and then 4 plus 3 is 7. And that's how I get my numerator. Denominator stays the same. I rewrite my other fraction, and now I'm going to find a common denominator. A denominator they both share is 20. And now I'm going to ask myself and say 4 times 5 is 20, so 7 times 5 is 35. 5 times 4 is 20, 3 times 4 is 12. Now when I try to subtract these two, I get 23/20. But the thing is, it's an improper fraction, so now I have to turn it to a mixed number. 23 divided by 20 goes in one time, 3 are left over out of the 20. One last one that we'll do together. This time there's two mixed numbers. We have 3 3/5 and 2 1/2. We're going to turn them both into improper fractions first. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. And then down here we have 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And now we're going to move on to the next one. And we're going to say our common denominator is 10. So we say 5 times 2 is 10. So 8 times 2 is 36. 2 times 5 is 10. So 5 times 5 is 25. And we end up with an answer of 11/10, which is the same thing as 1 1/10. And that is how we subtract mixed numbers and regular fractions with unlike denominator.